In today's video, I'm gonna share with you guys why this could be the best trade copier out here. So if you trade with prop firms like Apex Trader Funding, My Funded Futures, Tradeify, or even Take Profit Trader, then you're gonna want to take a look at this trade copier. Now, the first trade copier I ever used was the Apex Trade Copier, and no, this video is not about Apex Trade Copier. However, Apex Trade Copier is the cheapest of all the trade copiers out there that I've currently used. You can get a license for as low as $150. It'll do cross trading. You can do, multiples where you trade one contract in your account, multiples in the other accounts. Then Apex was having a transition, migrating their database or whatever. The copier was going to be down for the licensing for about 2 days. I had several funded accounts. I had to trade. So I went ahead and purchased Replicano. I'm very happy with Replicano. I've used it for quite some time. I've had zero problems with the Replicano copier. Now, if you do ever want to use Replicano, you can use promo code Mike20. It'll save you on that. But in today's video, we're actually going to talk about the affordable indicators, duplicate account actions, along with the account risk manager. And I got to be honest with you, if you trade multiple prop firms, to me, this is going to simply be a no-brainer out here. And why is that? Well, prop firms have different rules. For instance, if we come over and we look at Tradeify, if you trade the straight send the funded accounts, we have a 20% consistency rule. You also have a daily loss limit of $1,250. And right now you save 35% off any Tradeify account using promo code Mike. Then you have accounts like Apex where they have 80% off. Again, use promo code Mike. And they don't have a daily loss limit. You get your full drawdown right off the rip. So do we necessarily want to trade both of these accounts the exact same way? Probably not. And then My Funded Futures, they had the cheapest plan out there, the new core plan with using promo code Mike. You can get it for as low as $60. And now there is no daily loss limit like they previously had. But you still might want to go ahead and set different risk parameters. Look, with My Funded Futures, we get $2,000 of drawdown. With Tradeify, we get $2,000 of drawdown. And if we come over and look at Take Profit Trader, we can also see $2,000 for your drawdown. But then when we look at Apex for that same account, Apex gives you $2,500. And with Apex, it is an intraday trailing drawdown. So some of the accounts I mentioned are end of the day drawdown. Some are intraday trailing drawdown. And that's why it's going to be important to have a copier that is very flexible. Now, I do want to let you guys know, in celebration of Take Profit's massive sale, I've talked to them. They've given me some accounts to give away. So you want to pay close attention in this video. At some point in the video, I will share with you guys a way where you guys can enter in to winning a 50K test account with Take Profit Trader. Now, you must be signed up to the email list down below. It says giveaway. Sign up to that list. Make sure you use the correct YouTube username. That way, if you're the winner, I have a way to reach out to you and give you that free Take Profit Trader test account. Now, before we come over and take a look at the trade copier real quick, let's look at some of the features. I'm not going to go over each of these features in the video. They have execution mode. All instruments are single instruments. So instead of setting up, a copy for each individual instrument, it can copy any instrument you trade with the leader account you set, which is a game changer. ATM strategy. Each follower account can have its own ATM strategy, a different ATM strategy. We have position pending orders, fade, which means you can go long in one account, short in the other account. Has a thing in there for rejected orders, risk management, size multiplier, type of contract, mini or micro, mode, and again, that fade, and also has smart synchronization. So now let's come over and take a look at the trade copier real quick. I have 3 screens set up. The top left-hand corner is going to be the leader account. Top right-hand corner and bottom right-hand corner screen are going to be the follower accounts. And then we see the trade copier in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Something that's different about this trade copier is we come over and we look at it. Notice this right here, it says funded. And whenever this says funded, say you've already passed the evaluation, we don't want to take another trade because at that point, what are we doing as a trader? We're only putting on more risk that's not necessarily. If we've already met the objective and we've passed, there's no need to place another trade. Well, I want to show you guys something real quick. If I were to go ahead and take a trade, I'm going to take a trade right up here in this account. Notice the account in the top right took a trade, but the bottom right one did not. Why is that? I have them all copying. Why did that not take it? Well, the copier was smart enough to know it has already exceeded the threshold to where I've passed the evaluation, so I no longer need to go ahead and place a trade. Please do not take a trade. It went ahead and disabled it for me, which is kind of a fail-safe way for us to go about. Now I can simply hit close and you can see all the accounts that were followed went ahead and closed out their positions. Now, I do want you guys to know, if you guys decide to purchase this copier, there is a very good detailed explanation of each and every one of the features. In this video, I'm just going to touch on some of the key points, and I'm going to break down into more videos in the future, going into a deep dive into each one of these features. So this video is just meant to scratch the surface. If you do decide to purchase, remember to use promo code Mike, and then you can see, instead of paying $295, you can get it for $175 for the trade copier. The account risk manager is a little bit different. Now, if we look at the account risk manager, I want to show you guys something real quick. Right here, if we see where it says exit shield, if I turn this on real quick, notice I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit buy right here. And let's say, I'm like, uh-oh, I don't want my stop loss to get hit. Let me move it down. Oh, it moves it right back. If one of the problems that you normally do is you move your stop loss, well, guess what? You can have it enabled where it won't let you. I can move the stop loss up, but I can never move it lower than where it originally was. Also, to take profit, I can move it further up, but if I ever want to move it and get real close, oh, it won't let me. I can only move it as close as my initial placement was. Now, this is going to be key. If you're a trader that likes to move your stops and target around, you're just fidgeting with those orders all the time, this is going to stop you from doing that. Now, could you disable it? Yes, I could simply disable it. Now, can I get out of a trade early? Yes, just hit the close button. You can always still exit the trade. This is just one more step to try to help you be able to follow your plan a little bit better. Now, last night I went ahead and took a screenshot of the trade copier, and you can see right here where it shows position size. You can see how many contracts each one of your accounts currently has on. In the Apex accounts, I had 9 contracts on. In all the other 50K accounts, I only had 3 contracts on. Notice with the trade copier as well, they have a feature to where you can either hide the financial information or you can hide the account numbers. It'll put dash, dash, dash. I think you can also change the names and such in the account. So if you wanted to display Mike's Apex, I can have it display Mike's Apex if I chose to do so. Then what I really like also is at the bottom, if you're a trader that trades with multiple prop firms like I do, then you can see right down here, Apex accounts, I have 11. It shows you how many you have. Take Profit Trader, I have 5 accounts. Tradeify, 5 accounts. My Funded Futures, I have 5 accounts at this point in time. Then you can go ahead and see how much did you make in each one of those accounts, make or loss, right? We don't win every single day. There are going to be losses. If you trade with prop firms or even live accounts, you guys know in trading, losses are a real thing. Now, then this window as well, yesterday, I ended up passing 3 150K accounts with Take Profit Trader. And notice right over here within the copier, it shows funded. Now, notice last night when I was trading, you do not see any contracts traded in those accounts. Why? Because the copier already know those accounts were passed. Therefore, it knew better not to go ahead and place the trade in those accounts. That way, less likely I'm going to be able to fumble the bag, make a mistake, and essentially end up failing the challenge after you've already passed. All right, so now let's come over and look at the profit goal real quick. And I'm simply going to just drag this up and say $400. So we think if we make $400 for the day, we would be good. Now let's go ahead and place a trade right up here in the top left-hand corner of your screen. The chart, this is going to be the leader account. Simply going to go ahead and say sell short, move the targets down. Uh-oh, what happened? I do not see a trade taken in the top right-hand corner of the screen. I do not see a trade taken in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. What happened? Well, look, it knew that we had already hit our daily profit objective. So therefore it did not place any further trades. The trade on the bottom right-hand corner, well, it thinks the account is already funded. It has already met the threshold. Therefore, we don't go ahead and mess things up. It simply bypasses that, and the copier simply does not take the trade. Let me know in the comment section down below, which feature would you like me to do my next deep dive into within this trade copier? And if you want a chance to win that Take Profit Trader account, make sure to go in the comment section down below and you want to type in TPT, use code epitome. And if you guys want to learn about Take Profit Trader's drawdown, make sure to watch this next video right here.